That burger's calling me. I'm trying not to eat no burger. Having a half a Ritz cracker with cheese, but ain't getting no burger. No burgers. Time to drop the pounds. And I've been saying it. Y'all continue to please keep getting on me. My fat, round, jelly, blubber behind. You know what's crazy though? Listen, this is what I'm gonna say. I'm gonna keep it all the way real tonight. Late night edition. If dudes ain't falling in love with them, wifing them, being engaged to them, engaging, meaning contact with them, why all these babies? All these babies pop up. You know how many dudes I know with babies? Out in Sioux, out in Puerto Plata, babies. There's a lot of dudes with babies. They ain't admitting it. A lot of dudes don't even show their baby mamas. Like you'd be like, oh yeah, she just pulled up and left. Like that was her? You can't even tell. A lot of dudes, I don't know if they're ashamed of they Dominican babies. There's a lot of Dominican babies. There's a lot of relationships. I can say roughly, I know about 10 dudes that I know of that got kids. And just hearsay is like 40 dudes. And in reference to, sitting at the table, I wasted a lot of time. YouTube time when I should have been working, but I wasted a lot of time sitting in the restaurant of a hotel 4 hours, going to the next spot, going to Bailey's for 4 hours, going to the next spot. The next thing you know, it's time to go to Rumbles. And I say to myself, okay, I'm on vacation, but am I really on vacation? Like, I think about it a lot. Am I really on vacation? If I'm there for almost a month and a half, 2 months, half pack. Shout out to all the half packs. I salute you. All the half packs. They got time. They take time off from their jobs. A lot of half packs, ex-military. Traveling Brazil, Colombia, all over. But a lot of times I'm noticing, I'm like, I could be doing YouTube work. And I got to take YouTube more seriously. But a lot of dudes got babies. A lot of dudes got babies. Like, some of them, you could go up to them and ask them, they won't even tell you. Like, you got a baby? Do you have a baby? Do you got a baby? Dudes don't want to talk about the baby. Why they don't want to talk about the baby? A lot of close calls, a lot of tests. Dudes be taking a lot of tests. Listen, to me, if we're going to talk about, we got girls, we got lineups, we got teams, rosters. I don't, and this is going to be crazy tonight, but I don't encourage these people to deal with me, leave me, and then go with another individual. Gymnastics, that's what it's called. Everybody calls it gymnastics. Let's get it right. Now I'm roused up. There's a lot of babies in SOSUA. And let's keep it all the way 100. SOSUA is a tourist town. Town. A lot of people enjoy. Listen, the dudes you're looking at, they're ruining it. They're on vacation. They're there for 4 to 5 days. What do you expect out of people there 4 to 5 days? You know how many people, I can't tell you how many times I've said it. People that go to Orlando and Disney World, you know how much money they spend there? I just hope I join my brothers with a baby in Dominican Republic. Listen, it's easy to have a baby in Dominican Republic. It's not really hard. They don't even use like the setup for, voice got a little deep. Deep. They don't use that trickery no more. Like, especially when they got kids already, they don't really inspire to go have more children. I know that for a fact, because like I said, I spent from 2015 almost to 2020 till now. I still go to Santiago, just not as much. And Santiago is popping, but it's like a regular life. You know what I'm saying? But the women you deal with there, they really don't have jobs. It's really, employment there is really hard. Like, I had a girl one time that knew how to cook. And if your woman works at a Loteca, if you have a girl that works at the Loteca is the OTB spot. OTB. If you have a woman that works at Loteca, she, frequently, you have to remember, there's no money. So a lot of people there do things. A lot of people, listen, don't have opportunities we have. Like I said, we go to Checkers, we go to Taco Bell, we could go to Carnival, Chuck E. Cheese and get a job. They can't just do that. And I've been deceived and deceptitized a trillion times. And listen, I could tell you all the times about the exes. That's like I said, I got more exes than a tic-tac-toe game championship. But the ones that I hollered at, the one chick that I was driving with and ran out of gas with, that jumped in a motor coaster and never came back, never called me. Another one I met outside the hotel in Santiago, Aloha Soul, that I was chilling with, took out to lunch, never saw her again. There's thousands of women that were just like in the process of like up the bat. You know what I'm saying? In the batter's box, waiting. Like, I could go on and on and on. The waitress that I met in Heldopa. Heldopa's another hotel. I spent a lot of time in La Vega. Well, that was with my chick. She was the first chick I met. But a lot of times, you're gonna go through that, especially off the tourist ground. You're gonna go through a lot of trial and error and trial. Tina and Marie, all right? Tina Marie's one person. But listen, I could go on and on and on. The girl that told me is like, yeah, that's my brother, and that ended up being not her brother. They're gonna get a lot of that. Listen, like I told you, everybody in the house knows what time it is. So when you going in there, everybody, and they're gonna be like, especially a lot of us don't know Spanish. You're like, yeah, okay. I used to get the Google Translate out, and the Google Translate Merlin, I call Google Translate Merlin. You pull Merlin out and be like, hey, what these people say, what they do, smile in your face. But yeah, pull it out. Oh yeah, no. And they always listen. They always got a guy. There's always a guy. When I brought my first bed in my home in Santiago, we were definitely off the grid. We were off the beaten path. We were around and we were negotiating. And most New Yorkers are firm negotiators. Right? Firm. So we going back and forth, and the negotiations got a little stiff. So, excuse me while I take a small cookie break. But we took a break from negotiation. They called somebody over. Yo, what's up, my G? I'm like, oh, what up, homie? How you? Good. What up? I said that. Yeah, homie, where you from? Over there in Elizabeth. I'm Elizabeth. The Rockfords and Squad T.O. and nah, bro. But yeah. My cousin stay in the Bronx. Okay. Kalo K and all that. Kalo K. So he's like, what's up with the bed? I said, yo, I don't know. They called me over. So then they went back and forth. There's always side deals going on at the Dominican Republic. I want everybody to know that. Always side deal. You never know, really. It's really us against them. I hate to say that. It's really, really us against them. Because later on, you'll find out, especially staying in a hotel off-site. Not talking about in tourist town. I'm talking about like off the beaten path where you stay at. I stayed at a hotel one time and it was like hot. AC was blowing, but it was hot. And listen. A lot of times they're gonna intervene, especially the taxi dudes. They're gonna intervene and say, "Listen, I'm gonna smooth it out between you and him." They're saying this in Spanish. I'm gonna smooth this out between you and him. Just break me off with a little something. I'm gonna drop him off, and I'm gonna come back, and you give me 500 pesos, 600 pesos, 700 pesos. I've had more arguments over 500 pesos than probably any Dominican in the Dominican Republic, because I be wanting to know. Even though I've been wrong a lot, because I still was like, people just overheard it, jumped in like, no, like, no. Then here come the American dude, like, no, what happened? Like, okay, yeah, get okay. One thing about me, yo, everybody, my party peoples, my Seagullordians, Seagulls, I don't strive to like know everything about Dominicans. I don't want to wear the shoes like them. I don't want to cut hair like them. I don't want to drink Kool-Aid like them. I just want to be me. And I think everybody should just be them. You know what I'm saying? But listen, there's always side deals, especially with the taxi drivers. And listen, if you got one taxi driver, you should have like 9. I'm not exaggerating because they let you down. Now, some dudes be like, yo, no, that's my guy. That's da. And we all been back in the States and received that text like, my friend, my goat went rabid, ate my grandmother, and 8 poltergeist ghosts came down and slaughtered our water supply. Please, help us, please. We dug up the grave of the ultimate warrior, please, and sold him Korean hash. What's the weed called? Hesh? No. Anyway, I'm being too funny. But anyway, that's DR, man. That's a DR. It took me a little while to discover with the women, because I'm like, you hear the outlandish stories and you be like, nah, that's not. It can't be true. It can't be true. Like, it is. It almost be like, for real, just unheard of stories. Like, you be like, what? She did that. Like, no. Like, yes. And to them, it's like, they'll do whatever they got to do for cash. It ain't nothing. The stories are outrageous. And most of the time, it's either Santo Domingo or Santiago. A lot of times, you're going to be Santo Domingo big. Santiago's big. I don't think Santiago's as big as Santo Domingo, but there's more countryside, I think, in Santiago. I spent a lot of time in Santiago. Like, I'm pretty good. Like, you could pretty much drop me off and I would say 75% of Santiago and I would know where I'm at. 100%. There's times though I've been in other parts and I was like, where are we? And they'd be like, digga. It'd always be like one Chester Rodriguez and be like, where is that at? Like, where? That's in Santiago. I go, okay. Anytime y'all see that orange bridge, when y'all go there, how many of y'all have seen the orange bridge? There's 2, really. There's 2 bridges. That'll take you to like the other part. That's like the 59th Street Bridge and the Brooklyn Bridge. Best way to put it. Take you to Long Island, you know? And there's a lot of times in the Dominican Republic you'll be out, this look crazy. I mean, you look around and be like, I am not getting out of the car. And they ain't thinking about you. 100%. Like, they ain't thinking about you. Like, you looking around, you looking at them like, I looked once, maybe twice. You know, and then listen, another thing I had to learn too, they stare 100%. They stare. In the States, they stare. That's what I'm saying. Who tells them, listen, you're a visitor in our backyard, put away your Presidente chairs and learn English, learn how to say batteries, at least how English people, not English, but how Americans say, we're in our backyard. They laugh at you. Half the stores in my hood are all dedicated to Salvadorians. My house is filled with Salvadorians. I gotta hear the ping, ping, ping all day. I'm gonna tell them, turn it off, put on Beat It, Thriller, You're Not Alone, Dirty Diana. No, who tells them they're in our backyard? Be careful. Please don't even mess with them out here. Like I said, I got a house filled with Hondurans, and listen, don't let me disrespect them because they the reason why I travel. I ain't got no Dominicans in the house, but I got Hondurans and Salvadorians, and they the reason why I travel. So, shout out to y'all. Price going up. Man, no, listen. That's another thing to put me on because I'm a landlord, I travel. Everything's going up. I feel like kicking these people out and be like, yo, the new people, we all going up $500 a piece. And the crazy thing is too, they work hard. Like I barely see them at the house, because I don't work like that. I told you I'm a buyer and a trader. Records, sneakers. If I know a guy that has a size 8, I have a size 13, and he knows a guy that needs a size 13, I know a guy that needs a size 8. See how it works? You know what else too? I noticed a lot of expats, they got like bragging rights. Like almost like, they tug on their belt. Like they Michael Jackson at the Grammys, Or they like John Lennon in Shea Stadium. And listen, a lot of times, I ain't gonna say that. A few people got on the edge of the chair like, ooh, like nah. But shout out to all the half packs. Shout out to, I'm gonna try to do more traveling this year. But listen, I'm trying to stay focused, but a lot of stories you're gonna hear is just lies. My grandmother's sick. That's why I think the country don't do well. They're telling all these lies about the kids dying, sick, glaucoma. Like, ain't nobody ever died for no glaucoma. You kidding me? Glaucoma. Aroma. Like, come on, girl. Magnetoma. Like, what you saying? Like, sometimes they be, if you got a girl that you met and she start asking for money within the same like hour or the second that you met her, she's no good. I don't care how bad she look. And I fell victim to that. I send money. Let's get all the way right. I still do. And I'm not, listen, I slow down a lot. That's why it almost seems like I'm lying. I'm telling myself, you do not. There's consequences when I send money. I'm not gonna lie. You gotta clean your room before I send you some money. And get them grades up, girl. I like to think, listen, my team, you can never control them. But I'm not endorsing nothing. I'll go without before I tell them, hey, go do what you have to do, girl. No. Well, and listen, a lot of mine are the same olds. Like, I know everything about them. Where they live, house, been to their house, 3 of them. Been to their house. It's not an easy game, guys. But it gets fun when you add a SOSUA sometimes. It just don't, like if you don't have the homeboys there, and you got to be careful of the dudes too. You got to be careful with dudes trying to line you up and set you up. But a lot of times they just want extra bread. You looking for a car, everybody know where to take you to get a car. You looking to get your car fixed, everybody know where they go to take you. Not everybody, but like just recently I thought I was going to move out of my Santiago crib. So I was like, I need a guagua. Guagua trucks. And another thing too, when you off the tourist town, that's when you learn that, okay, maybe I don't know as much Spanish as what I think I do. Because you tell them like 2 or 3 words of Spanish and it's a wrap. A lot of, what's crazy? Because I had a debate recently where it's like a lot of Dominicans don't want to leave no more. But the ones that left never want to go back. So what does that say? The ones, you go through the Bronx, and there's a couple YouTubers that was just drifting along in Washington Heights, and it's like, Nah, man, you ain't at where they be at. And I did videos on it. I gotta get my old channel back. I got like a bounty to get my old channel back. If anybody knows any other methods, let me know. You could get some money, a lot of money. If you know somebody that knows somebody, get my channel back. But let me see what else I learned off grid. I mean, listen, whatever you're being told is gonna be most likely a lie. Maybe not so much from the car rental dude. I had car rental problems where I came from San Francisco to Santiago on car overheating, smoking, tire, and they come check it out, take me, give me another car. I'm like, oh, I'm sorry, lo siento, and that'd be it. And I'd be like I learned, stop filling your tank, because if there's a problem with the car, they're gonna not replace the money that you spent for the gas that you put in the tank. And another thing too, try to get a car. Because it's easy, like, everybody knows somebody that rent a car. It's easy to rent a car out there. Because Christmas time ain't no cars around. Everybody visiting, everybody there from the States. There's no car. Take it from me that I spent like almost 4 days on the phone calling everybody. Had like, they tell a friend and they tell a friend. And like, yo, the big dude's here, man. Santiago's here in Santiago and he need a car. I'm like, all right, let's see what we can do for the big man. I finally got one. I'm not gonna front. Every car I had trouble. And if it wasn't like bad, like, where it was like risking my life, I had cars that you could barely turn right with. It's crazy. Because you make more rights than you make left. Like I said, La Vega, listen, one thing about La Vega's got motorcycles everywhere. The motorcycles are breeding. There's motorcycles everywhere. I think they're like 8th or 9th, like in the world of like, look it up, y'all. La Vega's got crazy bikes. Like, it's just, I didn't realize until we went into town and the chick, then I gave the translator at the light because she typed like you would not believe. Yeah, I had a flashback about her, but she typed. But yeah, she told me, she was like, yo, they have the most motorcycles in the country. Like, when you at the light, you're surrounded by motorcycles. Like 100%. Not like in SOSUA. It's a shame that guys only know SOSUA. But it's like, if you don't know nobody, you know what I'm going to start doing? I'm going to start taking dudes on like little tours in Santiago. T.M.I. Santiago. T.M.I. 950 Instagram, hit me. We're going to talk about it. We're going to start doing some little tours. Santiago, maybe start putting some dudes up in the crib, my 4-bedroom penthouse. I love my crib, man. I'm trying to get rid of it. I'm not going to get rid of it now. Anyway, I'll say that for another day. But there's always some form of deception. You're the only one really that's on your side. If you got a good chick, she not going to let you fall. And I'm using New York word for the okie doke. A lot of y'all don't know that. The okie doke. She not going to, if you got a good one, and I hate to make it sound like they all out to get you, but like if you bring a Puerto Plata chick with you and you around and you in Santo Domingo or whatever, and she hear like some madness, like some schemes or scams, she ain't gonna let you get scammed, especially if she's like a bold, like controlling one. I had a few of those that were like, like, what's going down? And then she told me like, nah, they were trying to get you for an extra $500, and they asked me if you could give them more money. They'll straight up just look at you like, you'll be in the grocery store at the manager of the grocery store or La Serena be like, yo, can you give me some more money? Can you give me like something? Like the manager wants a tip? You know how rare that is? Like in say Macy's, you can imagine the manager saying, give me a tip? Like, it's crazy. It's true, but it's crazy. Santo Domingo, yo, for real, to me, guys, is like Manhattan. You can get everything there. Like, I had problems Christmas time, me and my brothers over there for his birthday. 2 of my brothers had birthdays, right? So we over there, we chilling. And I'm like, oh man, I brought the wrong charger. My laptop, my Apple was fully charged. Fully charged. But every day I'm like using it slightly because I ain't did no editing. Y'all see me. I get on my travel, vlogging, and just talk my mess. Everything I do is for my brothers, right? But anyway, so I'm trying to look for a battery, the Apple thick battery pack, whatever. So I called and made a few calls. I had some friends out there that I never really talked about because I thought a couple dudes was trying to, spy on me. So I said, let me keep my affiliates and my associates in Santo Domingo secret. So I had called up my connects. I had 3 real close. My man in the Heights got some close comrades. Like they like a crew. Like they got names and all that, and handshakes, and they got deported. So they was like, yo, he my brother, so you my brother, so anything you need, you know what I mean? So I was like, yo, good looking. So they were taking me around to all the different computer stores, and it was like a no-go. So they don't quite have everything you need, but Apple parts and all that, like, nah. They didn't have the special power pack. They had one, but, supposedly you can mess the computer up, and, the YouTubers, But I'm trying to think what else happened to me when I was out there, Sean. Them little side restaurants you gotta be careful with, because you don't know if they're cooking the chicken and the meat thoroughly. Like a lot of you brothers is from the South. There ain't supposed to be no blood in the chicken. But a lot of times though, too, it was like the best places to meet women. Because I would be like maybe like 10 blocks away from the hotel in Aloha Soul. And be at this little restaurant place, how the taxi dude I was cool with. And I would go around the corner. I mean, not around the corner, but 10 blocks away, pull up, whatever, get out, eat. Just crazy cheap. Very, very, very cheap. Eat, chicken, rice, big bowl, big, looking around. So I said, yo, during my taxi drive, like, yo, ask her, can I get her number? Asked her. Whoop. Pad was on the table. Boop, boop, boop. I was like, it's one of the quickest numbers I ever received in my life. Now, I'm about to tell y'all, that was another one that didn't work out. Went there, brought some dinner. We sat down at the table. They cooked. They laughed. Me and her walked outside, got a couple smooches. I went back to the States. 2 months later, I came back, and it was just gone. They all got a dude. It's very rare that they don't. But I just chalked it up to whatever, because I didn't really speak to her that much. I mean, she was like, part-time waitress, part-time teacher, and she wasn't making no money. Like, dudes will hear these terminologies like teacher, construction worker, and thinking, oh, they make money like the States. No, they don't make no money like the States. You see a dude with the big rig, the bulldozer, man, that dude making like $5 an hour. One of my chicks was a campaign lady, like, help campaign for one of the politicians. And she's got very, very, like, beautiful handwriting, very articulate, like, my old taxi driver told me she speaks Spanish like very proper. Like, they didn't understand why she's so hood, why she got all these kids. She got like 5 kids. And she still wanted more. She was like, you want to, that's another thing too. They'll ask you if you want a baby, like you like you trying to ask for a Pringle. Like, can I have a Pringle? Yeah, you want a Pringle? You will get what you want in that country. Not how you want it or when you want it, but you'll get it. You know what I'm saying? But another time, security guard hooked me up with his daughter. Old head hooked me up with his daughter. We kicked it for a while, had a couple good times, gymnastics, labs, mysteriously disappeared. Back in the days, 2015, 2016, and 2017, I came down February, Fiesta, whatever it's called, the Carnival, whatever, festival, February, July, November, for 3 years. Stayed down there for about 10, 11 days, which seemed a long time. Back in those days, it seemed like it was an eternity. My truck's acting funny, fuel injection, carburetor, whatever. Wait a minute, I didn't get no car. Do they still make carburetors for anywhere? See, another thing that I love about the Dominican Republic, like, you'll still be out there and still be like, hey, baby, give me your number. And they look at you like, kick rocks. Like, I always used to be, like, still impressed by that. Like, she'd be like, kick rocks. not kick rocks, but look at it and give you a look like no. La Serena Christmas time, I implore every man to go there in Santiago. There's no real specific one. Just find a La Serena in Santiago. Christmas time. Go there because their Christmas Eve is the 23rd. Ours is the 24th. Their Christmas Eve is the 23rd. And a lot of they're like American inspired. Does that make sense? Like these people are like, they emulating us. Like there's one chick I did an Airbnb review. She was gorgeous. She worked in not Newark, somewhere in Jersey. And because she was celebrating everything and she was, richer than the rest of our family members, they were like, we gonna celebrate everything. They were celebrating the 4th of July, Thanksgiving. And believe it or not, a lot of Dominicans, more than you would think, celebrate Thanksgiving. It was crazy to me. Like, what are y'all doing? I was down there one Thanksgiving. I really, I had mixed feelings about traveling on the holidays. Like I remember one time, my peoples give it up and go in on the 4th of July. Like, there's raccoons everywhere out here. They really, 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 really go in. They really, really like go hard. If you see my Instagram, T.M.I 950 Instagram, follow T.M.I Santiago. SOSUA. T.M.I SOSUA is my other channel. And I noticed like, they really y'all really celebrate Thanksgiving out here. But I remember this other girl I met, beautiful girl, outside the university, needed a ride. She was standing there, pulled out Merlin, the translator. Let's see if my Honduran little friends is outside. Who tells my Honduran friends they're in my backyard? My Honduran friends learn the language, listen to Michael Jackson. No one tells them that. So why are people telling them that? I wonder if other Hondurans are telling them, listen, you're in their backyard. Unbelievable, some of the stuff that comes out of expats' mouths. Another chick, though, she was gorgeous. Met her outside of the university, gave her a ride. This is like around when I started going to SOSUA. Gave her a ride, got a number. Getting a number is nothing, but trying to make something into it is the hardest part. There's times where just nothing ever materialized. Like I told y'all, like I could tell the exes like 3. I got like 5 exes in Santiago, but the stories of the ones I was just talking to, like 15. Like, yeah, I love you too. When they call you a lot, that's pretty much a good sign of affection. They're calling you a lot. Amor. It's like affection, I guess, but it's pretty cool. It's good. I don't mind. Like I said, if I got a team, I am not encouraging anybody to leave me and go throw on another jersey. Are they? Probably. But am I going to encourage it? And then say, hey, time for you to wear my jersey again. That's not really a team, but whatever. You say tomato, I say Toyota Tercel. You know what I mean? Like half the time I fell in love out there. And I'm not going to lie. Like one chick, the chick I was telling you about that worked for the political dude. Listen, to go to show you how much these dudes make. There's 4 buildings on my project area. 4 buildings. 1, 2, 3, 4. And on the top part of the penthouses, there's me, the big enchilada. There's the political dude. He's a politician, like a real politician. On the other side is like an old, I think he's married to a German. Something like that. The dude's like half Dominican, half German. Like, I guess Germans been going to DR since 1803 or something. But he's like, they like half German. It's weird. They're like Dominican Germans. It's weird. But anyway, there's me, the political dude, next building over, and on the same building is the German Dominican dudes. And then on the other side, they were there for a while. It was a cute little lady, a bunch of kids. They gone. They can never. On the other side of me was available for almost 3-4 months. My landlord's family lived there and they got rid of them, whatever. On the other side was vacant. It's hard to fill those, like $550 is a lot of money to people, man. But I was told by my taxi driver who put me on to my apartment in Santiago that he was thinking about contemplating on moving a lower level because he was getting tired of paying the money. Like, you're a politician. You're a politician, man. How are you not making the money? How are you not making the money? Listen, it's crazy, but I live in an upper scale Latin block. Upper scale. I mean, I'm sorry. It's Dominican, obviously. Latin. I live in an upper scale Haitian area. My security guard, who's Haitian, all the security guards in Santiago, especially we see all these high rises and big buildings, all are Haitian. All of them. Spanish and English, whatever, but some of them don't know nothing, which is crazy. Not to disrespect the Haitians, but they don't know. They can't write in Creole, so none of the other dudes can text them. It's crazy. It's crazy. Anyway, there's, like I said, I lost my place. Like I said, it's all Haitian security guards, but it's an upper scale Haitian neighborhood that I live in because there's like a bike thing they do every summer. I'm trying to catch this one because sometimes, I'll be like curious. I'll go walk to the store and walk past them, and you hear a few snickering. You're like, it's like Haitians aren't used to seeing big people, but you see a lot of Dominicans mingling with the Haitian dudes. You know what I'm saying? And the police are just constant in that area. You know what I'm saying? Like they know the people that live in those buildings over there. Like y'all see them. You'll be driving down the highway. They got like a Francis Lewis in Santiago, like cuts across the middle of like the city. That's the best way to put it, I guess. And you'll see them riding around, and you can tell like they're not just picking up any Haitian. They're not just picking people up. There's a gym I was going to for like maybe like a day and a half because I don't be in Santiago, as we all know. And there was a dude there, and I was talking to him, and all of a sudden I heard him talking Creole. Like, oh, okay. I said, Sakbase. He's like, how you doing, man? I was like, oh, okay, you speak perfect English. Me and my boy went to a restaurant called Something One. I hate to even do this to y'all, because anyway, don't go there for no breakfast. It's called Square One. That is the name. Square One. That is the name. And the breakfast there was horrid. That is another downside to Santiago. You will go there and there is no breakfast. Thousands and thousands of places that'll be like, we'll make it for you. We'll make it. I usually just get egg and cheese, man. Just just scramble it up, toast the bread, tostado, and fucking queso, and then mantequilla, and then I forgot cook. Anyway, slap it together and give it to me. A lot of times too, I don't eat breakfast. That's how discouraging it is. Sometimes I feel like I will drive an hour through the mountains to go get some grits. It's just like, it's just different, man. It's just like you gotta learn to live when and I'm assuming the same in Santo Domingo. I spent almost the last 6 years of Christmas in Santo Domingo. Easy. 100%. Sat there, looking around, like, let's go over here, let's go over there. Like a lot of dudes, I think the baller dudes go there, I don't care, I'm going to pay $75 for breakfast, which is crazy to me. 2 people. I'm going to go over here and I'm going to go shop in the mall. Like, these malls are bugging. Like, I never seen, they like got like favorite shoe stores there and the prices are through the roof. Like, are you crazy? It's just very like, a lot of the women know too. Like I've learned to shop where they shop, but there's no clothes. Only big enchilada, big and tall, coming to a store near you. I'm the only big and tall store out there, man. I'm the only dude where y'all can contact. Listen, but my best girl, I'm end it soon, but my best girl that I had there, I would say she was skinny a little bit, but she was just such a rider. I remember the night she learned how to drive. I'm like, wait a minute. We're riding with this individual and she never driven and she's been driving for 2 hours? I'm not going to lie, it was a frightening night. I did a lot of drinking. But she was such a rider and like she did everything right. Gymnastics. Everything was right. She was teaching me little like a baby, like Spanish. Like she would grab it and be like, "What's this?" Like tell me like it's milk. And she'd be like, "Leche." She grabbed the cheese and be like, I'm like, "Cheese." Yeah, cheese. Like no cheese, heesh, cheese. And she'd be like, queso. So she was cool. But she was one of the ones that used to take me through La Vega. Like when I first started going with this other chick to La Vega, she had family out there. I was new, so I don't remember anything. And that's another thing. Her father had a company that was delivering light bulbs. That'll go show you something about that country. The dude was delivering simple supplies. Supplies. She was delivering like 3 things of toilet paper and like 4 light bulbs and like pens to like delis. It was crazy. I was so mad that day because I'm like, yo, when I got back to the hotel, I was like, it's 9:30 and you got these kids in the back seat that are asleep. We drove. It was cool looking at all the directions and, being a little freaky and flirtatious. But it was just like, do you know how much time we spent in traffic going and coming too? Like coming from La Vega, we took the back roads. That was another thing. We took the back roads from La Vega. Like there are back roads. Like when that time I had car trouble in San Francisco. Like I was literally taking one road to Santiago. I was like, I literally took the back road overheating in the dark. Curfew. I'm out.